Every encounter with the extraterrestrials in itself is of a unique kind.
That Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
Call it slipping faces, glitching eyes, or moments that are too strange to explain. Let's find out if aliens really do exist amongst us.
Okay, so you evolved from
A German rock frontman and Rammstein leader, Till Lindemann, while performing in Paris in 2017, displayed more than musical skill. His eyes appeared to partially transform, revealing reptilian slits that startled the crowd. This was not dismissed as a technical glitch, but viewed by many as deliberate stagecraft. Some theorists claim Lindemann was possessed by a demonic force, while others argue he summoned such imagery intentionally during performances to capture and manipulate the attention of a huge live audience, sparking intense online debate. Revealed presence.
That Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
It isn't just celebrities or politicians who stir alien talk. Sometimes their bodyguards do as well. In a leaked clip from a private event during an Obama speech on Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest in Washington, D.C., one bodyguard in the background seemed less human and more extraterrestrial while on duty. Since no one around appeared alarmed, that might explain why it acted with such confidence. Many attendees at this private gathering were likely too distracted or failed to notice, as the figure stood hidden in a dark, blind spot. The camera, however, managed to capture the unusual presence clearly. Disguising alienoids. At a red carpet event at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles, a cameraman who was covering got to experience a strange moment when these two bodyguards appeared. They didn't quite look like any normal human by height, with their oddly proportioned arms and elongated frames. The guards seemed to have gone to great lengths just to look as human-like as possible. Their presence was so unusual that the crowd's focus shifted away from the celebrity they were meant to protect and onto them instead. The footage has since fueled speculation that these weren't ordinary guards at all, but extraterrestrials attempting to blend in. This is another clip of the same duo of guards filmed at another location close to the previous one. These absurdly tall and unusual guard twins soon gained popularity, as they were frequently spotted working in various locations with diverse clients. Now, although the sheer size, strength, and the fear of the unknown made them look far superior to create more demand, these same guards were never seen again, making this clip the last one. From the unchecked attention drawn to them looking like aliens is probably why they must have decided to stay low, or perhaps left the Earth entirely. Hitchhiking figure. On 10th July 2021, while stuck in traffic, a man accidentally filmed something astonishing. In the bed of a passing truck stood a small, extraterrestrial-looking figure, motionless. It seemed the driver either hadn't noticed or was transporting the creature to another location intentionally. Before anyone could make sense of it, the truck accelerated away and vanished. Authorities were notified to locate it, but until then, stay alert. Perhaps you could assist in tracking it down and share any sightings with local authorities immediately and online. Exposed extraterrestrial program. This is just a glimpse of an alien interview recording with 30+ minutes duration. An interview that was conducted in 1964 at an Air Force base in Ohio that for decades was kept highly classified until it was eventually leaked. A whistleblower who claimed to have been working for a shady branch of the government started to leak evidence.
This is a snapshot of the film that was smuggled in 1991.
UFO enthusiasts and theorists amplified his statement until it reached the mainstream. But when viewers reviewed the original interview footage alongside photographic evidence, most concluded the clip had likely been altered.
So what are you doing here now?
I'm truly in danger, and this being is real. That means the extraterrestrial program is also real. And I say, God help us all.
Transformation on air.
The protesters chanted anti-war slogans.
On November 3rd, 2010, a Fox News 9 anchor's live report took a strange turn. During her presentation, her skin seemed to change, twisting into odd shapes as if it moved on its own. Many viewers thought it was just a camera glitch, but the video suggested something different. Within seconds, the broadcast switched away, leaving the audience confused. Years later, the clip reappeared and became a big part of reptilian theories online, seen as proof by some, and strange, unexplained footage by others.
And police officers stood their ground quietly for quite a while.
Convincing UFO clip.
No, it's a fucking no way. It's not a spaceship. What is it then?
This is a really old clip, believed to be taken in 1983 by a member of the MacPherson family who was attending the family dinner. After they heard a sudden appearance of a UFO craft overhead, they left their home to investigate, only to find a low-flying UFO object and a small group of aliens standing underneath, watching them.
Holy
In panic, they barricaded themselves within. Not long after, the aliens were seen making their way in, and the family disappeared, never to be seen again. However, with only parts of the clip that made it on the internet, the exact story remains unclear of how things started and escalated here. Stonehenge meeting. On October 3rd, 2024, a video was shared on Instagram that was long rumored to be real. Originally taken in December 1945 at the Stonehenge in the UK, where allegedly a secret meeting was held between extraterrestrial beings and the British intelligence. The black and white clip, which within itself looks far from anything legit, with no credible sources baking the story and lack of evidence. It cannot be confirmed if this clip was actually real or made up. Compromised corresponder.
Los partidos dice que han reprobado a Don Felipe.
A YouTube channel by the name of In a World of Love shared footage of a news correspondent online on his channel. He uploaded a video dating back to October 14th, 2018, in which a Spanish TVE news correspondent was reporting on the latest from a Senate hearing. If you watch the correspondent's eyes, you can see them acting in a very suspicious manner. The uploader further highlighted the moment in the clip where the correspondent, either willingly or accidentally, revealed a second set of eyes that looked disturbingly reptilian. There was even a theory that the correspondent could be a disguised alien.
There we go. It's like he had eyes in between. In between those eyelids is another set of eyes.
The gray alien. These days, it's hard to know what's really out there. In 2022, a farmer claimed he encountered an alien in his cornfield. He'd been hearing strange noises for days, and one night he stepped outside to investigate, and saw it. The creature was dark, had slitted eyes, and was shorter than an average adult. When it noticed the farmer recording, it turned and walked away. The encounter raises lots of questions. Did the farmer ever speak about it again? Did anyone else witness the event? Was the creature dangerous? For now, the story remains unsettling and unanswered. Weird eyes. During a live TV coverage of a protest, the speaker continued talking while the camera captured something odd in the background. A man standing nearby suddenly opened his eyes wide, and for a split second, his pupils appeared to vanish, leaving pale, eerie-looking eyes with thin slits. The moment was brief but disturbing, sparking wild theories online. Some argued it was a simple visual glitch, while others suspected something stranger. The footage unsettled viewers since it happened so suddenly and felt completely out of place. Suspicious humanoid anchor. On April 4th, 2025, an Instagram user, alienware.507official_, shared a video highlighting the presence of a suspicious figure that only appeared to be human. The clip showed a news anchor live on air, displaying several unsettling signs not typical of a human, like an unusual facial structure that looked partly male and partly female, the strange back-and-forth movements, and the visibly expanding neck. The broadcast left viewers deeply unsettled, as even the regular criticism of the existence of aliens or reptilians was minimal. Large-headed humanoid.
Watch his eyes. Definitely not normal.
In March 2024, a leaked video from an unidentified source gained a lot of attention. It showed a strange-looking man at President Joe Biden's State of the Union address. According to the source who first spotted him, this individual was said to be part of the president's security detail. What drew widespread attention, however, was his highly unusual appearance.
Can anybody tell me who he is? Secret Service?
An abnormally large, swollen-looking head, sharply pointed ears, and bulging eyes exaggerated to almost surreal proportions. Many of the viewers started comparing it to reptilians and even aliens, with the latter gaining far more traction. The intentional reveal. Some viewers interpreted a brief moment during a live CNN appearance by Carla Rubilar, then Chile's Secretary General, as unsettling. During a pause in her speech, she glanced at the camera, and her eyes seemed to flinch before returning to normal. And that split second prompted online speculation. Commenters argued that the fleeting motion was evidence of something deliberate, while others said it was likely a natural twitch or a video artifact. The clip fueled debate, but the claim that she's anything other than human remains unproven and speculative. Meeting extraterrestrial. With all the recent talk about aliens, this shouldn't be surprising. A leaked, supposedly top-secret clip from September 2016 showing a man believed to be a top dog of a shadow agency speaking with an alien began going viral on Reddit. The man's calm and confident behavior suggests this wasn't his first encounter with the creature, although the footage is mostly blurry, making it difficult to confirm its authenticity. The alien does not appear to be created with CGI or portrayed by someone in a costume, which has led many to believe it could, in fact, be real. Alien shopping. Around 11:30 p.m. in the hills just outside Tromsø, Norway, he noticed two tall, alien-looking figures passing by casually. She was accompanied by a woman who seemed to be guiding them. They were over 7 feet tall and were dressed in feminine attire, presumably as they must be females. They both seemed to be busy shopping, wearing a new dress, and carrying additional items. With this reality seemingly quite absurd, it took time to be accepted as real. Hidden and disguised.
We are witnessing that today. The other value of technology I will point out.
During a gathering of senators after a Senate hearing at the Russell Senate office building, a woman started getting very weird out of the blue. From her constant eye-rolling and unsettling facial expressions to an overall unnatural presence, she had the recording bystanders' attention, who couldn't help but keep an eye on her. It was clearly not excitement driving her, which some initially suggested as the most plausible explanation, until a source who was present at the scene dismissed that entirely.
He was hunting expedition. We spoke with him frequently.
Shapeshifter glitch. During the 2022 SAG Awards in March, a red carpet mishap drew attention when a celebrity, Selena Gomez, tripped and almost fell to the ground. While two fellas were helping her up, her ankles bent weirdly. This case wasn't so easily passed away as tripping and falling by accident. According to viewers and theorists, she suffered a strong shape-shifting glitch that partially turned her before she turned back to herself. She quickly removed her heels in the process and later walked on stage barefoot to present the award. Extraterrestrial background.
And I know we are all so deeply grateful.
As the camera moved over the packed crowd during a Kamala Harris speech on the 23rd of January, 2025, a weird follower in the background presented himself. After starting to stare towards the camera, his eyes suddenly started glowing. With the event being watched live, almost no one spotted it at first, until it got noticed and went viral soon after. Using different filters of the video editing software, the source was able to get more clues to nature. Underneath its display of a human face, it showed a face that can only be resembled closest to that of an extraterrestrial. Lizard spouse. One man unexpectedly discovered, while filming an Instagram reel with his wife, he caught something on camera that left him stunned. As a housefly buzzed past, she instinctively snatched it right out of the air with uncanny speed, much like a lizard or frog would. The reflex seemed so natural that she didn't even notice him watching, leaving viewers unsettled and questioning what they had just seen. Extraterrestrial neck glitch.
His weekly address to urge them to repeal and replace Obamacare and...
While watching the news, someone saw something strange and hurriedly pulled out their phone to film it. During a live U.S. newscast, the reporter spoke as usual, but if you look closely, her neck begins to do something very odd. The motions are unlike normal human movement. They resemble the twitching or tightening you might see in an extraterrestrial. What caused this to happen? The short clip leaves people deeply disturbed and asking many difficult, unsettling questions. Indeed.
President Trump tried to ramp up the pressure on Senate Republicans using...
Dark shadow in crowd. A viral video from the new Pope's speech grabbed attention for a strange reason. As the camera panned across the huge crowd, a dark shadow slid by as if it had its own route. It moved too quickly to be human. And strangest of all, it seemed to pass right through people, unnoticed. Some viewers went full thriller mode, calling it a wandering spirit, or something darker appearing at a sacred event. Others insisted it was just a camera glitch. Still, the movement looked too perfect to dismiss, leaving many questioning what really happened in that sea of faces. Paranormal sighting or digital error, you decide. Sneaking behind. On the 3rd of January 2020, a woman named Paige was filming close to the entrance of Area 51 after hearing reports of alien-type beings that were spotted in the area. Coincidentally, while filming a movement behind her, a scene of an alien-type being was filmed that was sneaking behind her. Its physical description, from skin texture to body structure, and seeing how it was crawling unnaturally, was convincing enough to look like this was indeed an alien. Village sighting.
Isso aqui é uma foto mesmo tirada, não é?
Isso é real.
This viral video, which was shared on social media on August 31st, 2025, shows an elderly couple claiming they encountered mysterious blue alien beings in the forest, which they call the Blue Guardians. The couple shared an image that they captured on their phone, showing a humanoid-like figure standing and glowing like a bulb in the pitch darkness. They also warned of tall shadow beings, said to be lurking among the trees that come out in the darkness of the night.
Olha ele lá, olha ele. Olha isso aqui.
São guardiões da mata, né?
Guardião da mata.
Alien guard theory.
Some observers, it seems to be a prosthetic hand.
On January 25th, 2017, during Donald Trump's inauguration parade, one Secret Service agent drew unusual attention from viewers watching both online and on television. His hand remained unnaturally still, leading many to speculate it was nothing more than a tactical fake arm, concealing his real hand gripping a weapon beneath his jacket.
Is it possible that his real hand is holding a gun tucked inside his coat?
What fueled even more speculation, however, was his strange appearance. An elongated, almost pointed head, a slim, rigid frame, and an expressionless face lacking any human warmth. These eerie features led some to believe this was no ordinary bodyguard at all, but something far stranger, possibly even alien.
Check out the Secret Service agent. His hand isn't moving.
Leaked alien evidence.
This is the body of an alien.
A video reel that was shared on Instagram in April 2025 started getting viral. In it, an elderly man who claimed to be a retired scientist from Area 51 made a short video of himself revealing that the aliens are real, using photographic evidence showing the carcass of an alien figure that this scientist and his team were studying. He included critical information about the physical nature of the aliens. This clip was deleted and accounts associated with it were banned. But that didn't stop it from getting shared around the internet, proving the rumors of Area 51 and aliens to be true. From appearing in front of the camera to showing photographic evidence, you can clearly tell the source to be quite reliable.
And they still look like this. Not like you and I.
Transported alien remains. A man, while walking on the streets of London on April 17, 2019, noticed a couple of military trucks that were carrying carcasses of aliens in the back. Being caught up in curiosity about whether these were real or props, he managed to take a snapshot of one up close. With military trucks carrying such a load and secrecy from the government, it was leading to more of an impression that this, in fact, was real. Since the video was quite short and the original uploader is unknown, there isn't much to go on. However, the video seems a bit too strange to be real, which is why many don't believe these were actual alien remains, due to suspicious reasons. UFOs and aliens. A video footage that was taken on January 23, 2022, in the Philippines, where locals were captivated by a low-flying UFO that appeared overhead, and everyone began recording. Within the blink of an eye, a very small figure that fit the description of a typical alien being appeared. A man closest to this tiny alien was either drawn to or summoned as he started moving towards it. After a few minutes of trying to influence the man, it disappears. From the clip, the UFOs may look to be genuine and the alien doubtful. However, considering that one's appearance couldn't be explained by the other, is what makes this unique. Alien creature. On an empty street in Miami, authorities were called in after this bizarre creature was spotted under the streetlights. Dating back to January 11, 2024, the creature looked like a big, bulbous head-only body with tiny, almost non-visible limbs, which it was using in an attempt to move. It looked like a deformity of some being G, but its exact nature stays a complete mystery. Unsure of its nature, police officers on the scene cordoned off the area, avoiding public access. To date, no one knows what exactly this was. Supersonic UFO. While walking his dog in the scenic Malvern Hills of Western England on August 5, 2025, Andrew Clifton recorded some astonishing footage. Filming short clips on his phone while tossing a favorite frisbee toy, Andrew later spotted something strange while editing the slow-motion video for Facebook. In one segment, a mysterious object emerges from the distance, makes a sharp, seemingly impossible turn, and then shoots off at an incredible speed. The remarkable slow-motion footage captures a fast-moving anomaly that resists any simple explanation.
Ready. Steady.
Weird eyes.
Charles Strange, the father of one of the Navy SEALs, Michael Strange, said,
Reptilian news reporter caught shapeshifting. On November 6, 2017, John Mosley uploaded a video filmed from a television screen showing a news anchor reporting on casualties in Afghanistan. As she looked up and down repeatedly, viewers noticed her eyes appeared to twist and open upside down, a disturbing detail that drew attention.
I asked that specific question in the hearing of the Pentagon. They did not.
Some viewers suggested a darker possibility, that the anchor briefly exposed a hidden second pair of eyes. The clip sparked a heated online debate, with many questioning whether the footage shows trickery, a technical glitch, or something much stranger.
I asked that specific question in the hearing
Right
of
after
the
he
Pentagon.
starts talking.
Did not have a good...
Stadium ghost appearance.
Se viene el tiro libre. Atención.
At a crowded football game in Argentina, fans were noisy, cheering, and bursting with energy until a dark shape slid through the crowd on camera. It moved swiftly and smoothly, as if it knew its exact path, and no one nearby seemed to notice.
Me parece que uno de los dos se viene. Hay alguien que no está bien.
The footage looks strange. Too sharp for a regular person, too fast to be just a shadow. Viewers all wondered the same thing. Did the camera capture something real, or simply trick our eyes? Either way, the shadow weaving through fans unsettled everyone who watched it.
Ahí va. Ferreira por abajo. Jugada preparada. Centro. Driussi.
Roswell declassification tease.
Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question.
On June 19th, 2020, President Donald Trump sparked curiosity when he was requested to declassify files related to Roswell, New Mexico, the site of one of the most famous UFO mysteries. The Roswell incident occurred in July 1947, when reports surfaced of a strange crash near a ranch. Early military statements referred to it as a flying disc, fueling speculation about extraterrestrials. Soon after, the Army retracted the claim, insisting it was only a weather balloon, though many remained skeptical. Over the years, Roswell grew into the centerpiece of UFO lore, with theories of alien craft and government cover-ups. Trump's comments reignited public intrigue, raising questions about whether hidden truths might someday be revealed.
Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
Abduction at front door.
A man walks out of a house, and in an instant, it looks like he's beamed up to outer space.
A home security camera captured bizarre footage that appeared to show a man beaming straight up into space. The man was later identified as Larry Lewis from Houston. On January 7th, 2020, the recording shows him stepping out of his front door, walking onto the sidewalk, and suddenly vanishing in a flash of light. The strange clip quickly spread online, with many questioning its authenticity. He was later approached for an interview. Larry said he had watched the video himself and could only laugh. Asked where he supposedly went, he jokingly replied, "I can't talk about that right now."
Where were you?
I can't talk about it right now.
Transported UFO. A driver who was passing through the country road to Boston was on the way when he noticed a heavy escort, a freight truck that was carrying a large UFO at a very slow pace, while having heavy security just behind it. The road, too, was closed off for several hours before and after the motorcade made its appearance. The video gives off the vibe that the government may have captured or seized a very large UFO and was taking it to an undisclosed location. Despite the chatter on social media, this incident looks quite genuine when it comes to UFOs being on the ground. Alien in the backyard. A team of digging crew that were drilling for water in the backyard of a house in Acapulco, Mexico, to install a pump. At this moment, they were waiting for one of their crewmen, but what showed up was someone that could be best described as an alien figure. It was staring back at them for several seconds before it walked away and vanished into thin air. The diggers attempted to follow while at the same time being careful to check it out and get another closer look at it, but it was nowhere to be seen. Alien autopsy. A Twitter user posted a clip on April 14th, 2022, showing a body in the morgue that was being examined in unusual secrecy in an undisclosed location. Two autopsy experts who had taken a body in their custody were performing an autopsy of what looked like an alien that may have died recently at that time. Even though the uploader who leaked the video didn't share much information, the brief examination of taking off the eye lens for a look at pupils and the examination of the airway show that this alien may have passed away. Detained alien. On the 18th of December 2023, footage was shared showing an alien being that was brought up to a secret U.S. Army base in 1959. In the footage, a car pulls up and military personnel step out, shortly after which an alien with a large head and bulging eyes is seen. The video is low quality and grainy, so details are fuzzy, but the shapes were enough to make viewers look at it twice. It's one of those clips that sits between "what was that" and "could be nothing," and it spread fast because of how strange it looked against the quiet winter trees. Broken UFO drone. Not all UFOs that you see are necessarily manned. Some work as drones, such as this one. This clip, dating back to the 1980s, was shared on April 1st, 2025, showing a tiny UFO drone shortly after it was downed in an undisclosed location in England. It shows scientists reviewing under the close supervision of the military. Inside the broken plate, underneath, were sophisticated surveillance devices hidden inside, with the drone having no visible hardware that would explain how it was flying. Along with futuristic surveilling tech, it became the sole bullet point that this drone belonged to aliens. Alien figure on foot. Recently, on the 14th of August, 2025, security cameras of a private residence in Malaysia picked up the sighting of an unidentified figure that appeared late at night. It was seen walking on the street from two different angles, unbothered by the several stray dogs that kept following and barking at it. A third camera picked up a much closer view of the figure that passes by, looking directly at the camera while most of its body was barely visible, which could be either due to low-quality visuals or the possible use of an invisibility cloak. Insect in meteorite. On the 12th of September 2025, a local named Huáscar Lopez in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, posted a short clip saying that he had found living insects from the impact zone of a fallen meteorite. At first, the rock looked normal, but after Huáscar left it out and tried small tests, weird things started to happen, where one of the insects started hatching out from a rock-like hard shell. He managed to gather as many samples as possible to keep them preserved, to turn these possibly dangerous creatures into the proper authorities. On stage, demonic possession. Concerts often hide more than audiences expect or want to see. This is a striking example. A camera at a Lady Gaga show captured a disturbing instant when, during the peak of her act, she appears to be completely overtaken by a demonic force, the exact second she loses control and behaves wildly. The costume, makeup, and overall presentation seem purposefully crafted to portray the ritualistic invitation of a demon into her form, effectively surrendering her agency to that presence for dramatic, theatrical, and symbolic performance reasons, allegedly. Open discussion. This picture and video was taken back in 2012 during the London Olympic Games. Just as the crowd was distracted, this very odd figure stood out from all of them. By the very looks of it, it is clear that this figure wasn't exactly a human and was certainly up to something. Rumors among the netizens circulated that it was to be anything from an extraterrestrial to a reptilian. The probable reason why much of the surrounding public may not have reacted, thinking it to be a costume of some kind. This alien being was either unaware that its real self was exposed to everyone to see, or was purposely doing it so. The video has definitely reached its end. I will see you again with another wow video. Until then, you can check these other videos out for a wow dose of entertainment and knowledge.